Chapter 15. Sri Sadguru said, "Where the women are represented, there the gods get pleased, for only the women safeguard Dharma, only Dharma bestows great happiness. The wives of others should be treated as mothers and sisters. On one's own on one's own wife, one should shower affection as Sri Rama did. In spite of being very strong, famous, courageous, and having the strength of severe penance, if one nurtures a desire for wives of others, he gets totally destroyed. Ravana and Duryodhana, who are proud of their fortunes, were totally destroyed as they ill treated the wives of others. Indira, the king of the Devas, who had performed 100 yajnas, who had the Vajrayudha in his possession, and who had enormous physical strength, was pulled down by his desire to have another woman, which induced him to deal badly with her. Also, Chandra, the moon god, who possesses such a charm that pleases the whole world, is cursed with the disease of waning, equivalent to tuberculosis, as he attempted to have possession of another person's wife. Hence, the chastity of women should be jealously safeguarded at all costs by the men of good character. In India, there was a very great and famous emperor named Shivaji, who was a disciple of Sri Ramadasa. He was holding the sword in his hand mainly for the protection of the Brahmanas, the chaste women, and the cows. The appalling darkness of terror caused the Muslim armies that had surrounded India. The appalling darkness of terror caused by the Muslim armies that had surrounded India was eradicated by the light of the strength and valor spread by his sword. I want to give an account of the glory of that great emperor who was whirling as a bee around the lotus feet of Sri Ramadasa. As commanded by Sri Samhita Ramadasa and Sri Tukaram, Shivaji safeguarded India that was completely subdued by the Muslims. Emperor Shivaji used to spread the divine name of Jai Shri Raghuvira Samartha everywhere. He murdered Abdul Khan, a general of the Muslims who used to slaughter the cows, kill the Brahmanas, and molest the wives of others, and demolish the Hindu temples. The Muslim army that had lost the leader retreated. Then soldiers of Shivaji entered the palace of the enemy, arrested his wife, and brought her before Shivaji in order to take refuge on the sinner who had spoiled many chaste women of India. She stood before Shivaji with folded hands. Looking at that beautiful woman, Shivaji got up in excitement. He respected her as a son reveres his mother. Then, with tears reddened with anger, he looked at his soldiers and ordered thus. King Shivaji said, release her at once. She is my mother. We will all be burnt and destroyed if this chaste woman gets angry. A woman should protect other women too, as he protects his own mother. A man should protect other women too, as he protects his own mother, wife, and sister. How can I, a disciple of Sri Ramadasa, a staunch devotee of Sri Rama, and a man of determination, look straight at the faces of other women, not respecting them duly? If you want to take revenge on the Muslims who abduct our women, who are real gems, bring their heads in thousands and heap them here. That will suit our high position. I hold this sword only to protect chaste women, Brahmanas, cows, and the temples of gods. Soldiers, take my command. Leave her in her parents' house. Thus prove the purity of heart of people of India and their noble purpose." Sri Sadguru continued, "When the Emperor Shivaji ordered thus, the soldiers felt proud of him, and happily they handed her over to her parents. Making his entire kingdom an offering to Sri Ramadasa, Shivaji ruled over the land as his subordinate. The pious-minded Vaishnavas have absolute no yearning for the wives of others. They never commit a sin, even due to negligence. Once a woman, blackened with illegitimate lust, came to Tukaram stealthily during night time. The unshakable Tukaram considered her to be Devi Rukmani and prostrated before her with eyes full of tears, seeing that noble Vaishnava who bore to her with love of a son, her heart was cleansed of lust and her outlook towards him changed to that of a mother. Would Shivaji, the follower of that devotee of Lord Vishnu, Sri Tukaram, ever think of molesting chaste women of noble birth? Thus ends chapter 15, entitled Shivaji Raja Charitram 1 of Book 8 of Sri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.